Hi, my name is Katie Leach, and I'm a librarian here at Shasta College, and I'm going to walk you through how to research in the database called Academic Search Complete. The first thing that you want to do is go to our library website, which is located at shastacollege.edu/library. You can also Google Shasta College Library, and it usually is the first result on the screen, and just click that to get to it. You'll know that it's our website. You can see our beautiful library located here with our big window. Once we're on the library homepage, what you want to do is scroll down and select Articles and Databases on that left-hand side. From here, we're going to select Academic Search Complete. From here, I like to select Searching to add more databases to search from. Now let's say I've been assigned a topic and I'm going to be researching plastic bags and their impact on the environment. So I'm going to select Academic Search Complete, but I'm also going to select Master File. Both of these have a range of topics they address. So both of those are a good bet no matter what your topic is. The other ones are more topical in focus. So Green File is an environmental database. So I'm going to select Green File. Points of View is a great one if you have a pro-con or you're trying to show different points of view in your essay or addressing different points of view. The health ones, if you are not in the nursing department or nursing program, I would not choose the Health Source Nursing Academic Edition. I would stick with the consumer one. And beyond that, we have our psychology one. ERIC is a education database. So depending on your topic, you'll choose some of these. I'm choosing Green File since I'm going to be researching how plastic bags are impacting the environment. I might also select the Points of View Ultimate one just to get multiple perspectives on it, and then we'll hit select. Next, we're at our search bars right here, our search area, and I'm going to put my keywords in. My first thing I'm going to look at are plastic bags. So I'm putting plastic bags in quotation marks. So this will tell the database that I want articles that have the word plastic and bags next to each other. I could also just put plastic bag and it'll find the plural version of that. And then we have and right here. So I want articles that say plastic bag and environment. I'm keeping my search pretty simple right now. And partly that's due because under search options, I have apply equivalent subjects. And so this is going to help expand my search. It's going to automatically search anything synonyms of both of these terms. I can also further that by saying apply related words, and I could even have it search the full text of the article. I'm not going to do that right now. Sometimes you get a lot of articles that way, but so these two would be the first two expanders that I would start with. And then I'm going to select search. And I have 936 total results. So that's a pretty good amount to start seeing what kind of articles I'm getting. Do I need to revise my search and go back, or does this work okay? Am I finding everything I need? So I've got peer-reviewed. One thing that I may want to look at is the dates. So maybe I want to make sure that I'm getting articles within the past 5 to 10 years probably. So I'm going to say past 5 years. Let's start with that. So that really limited. I got like 800 articles, which is okay. Let's just see. I can always go up here and select 10 years and see if that brings back more. So now we've got about half of what I had originally. So just you can decide for yourself, think about your topic, look at your assignment details. What does your teacher expect as far as how old your articles can be? The other thing you might want to look at is maybe you only want peer-reviewed, so you can limit here and say, I only want peer-reviewed articles. Look at your assignment and what your teacher requires. Some require peer-reviewed information and some don't. So selecting that just ensures that you're going to limit it to peer-reviewed information only. Currently, I don't want to do that. I want to see all of the information available. We also have source type, so I can see that there are 217 newspaper sources, 66 magazines, 47 academic journals, e-resources, so that could be a different type of article. It could be an ebook, it could be a dissertation, something like that. Sometimes we have conference proceedings in here. So it just depends on what those mean. And then we have trade publications. Those are, publications that are written by other experts in the field, and they're not necessarily academic journals. They're more for other colleagues to let their colleagues know about new trends, things that you need to stay up to date within your field. So I'm going to leave them just like this, just so I can show you some of the things that we have access to. So I'm going to scroll down. Like this one could be a really great one. It's impacts of plastic and paper bag legislation on consumer behavior. This is from the Environmental and Economics and Policy Studies from July 2025. You can see it's an academic source. It's from an academic journal. If I can see here first, I just want to point out that we do have an AI insight. This is generative AI. Some articles have these, some don't. It's going to give you some bullet points about that article. I would not copy and paste these and use them as quotes. The way that this is useful is to get a glance at, is this article on topic and relevant to what I'm researching? But you won't be able to use the insights. There's not enough depth to be able to increase your understanding of the topic so that you can then write about it. So this is purely a way for you to look at these, glance at these to see what are the bullet points or potential bullet points, and should I email this to myself so that I can read it more fully. And just another note is that it is generated just based on probability. So it doesn't actually read the article. It is kind of guessing based on all of the words that the article uses, what it's saying. And so sometimes academic sources, AI doesn't read them as well just because of the way they're written. So the point is, don't depend on it to be 100% accurate. It is there, it is a tool that we have, but and use it as it is helpful, but don't rely on it. Okay, so the next thing that I do if I am researching this is I'm going to click on the title of the article. I can get additional information here. These are the authors. Here's the source. Here's some subject terms. There are also author-supplied subject terms. And these are great because sometimes you can get more terminology around your topic by looking at these. One, it helps improve your writing. Two, it helps you learn more about your topic, the vocabulary they're using. So I highly recommend taking a look at that. Sometimes I jot them down. Sometimes I'll revise my search based on these subject terms. So maybe I want to add in paper bags or plastic bag laws or consumer behavior into my search. And then I can get more relevant results back. Now there's also an abstract. Abstract, it's a fancy word for summary. This is just a summary of what the article is about. So this can be helpful if you're still determining if you want to spend your time reading it. Take a look at that abstract. They also have references. These are the references from the article, and then it lets you either request the item or you can click on it and read it through the library. So this one right here, we can access through our library. So it's a great way to find maybe a couple more sources that they use. Just be careful about date if that's a consideration. Sometimes they can be a little older. And then you can see who's citing this article. So this cited by, this article here uses this current article that we clicked on as a source. So sometimes that's interesting to take a look at as well. And then to actually access it, you can click on access options. There's PDF, there's the online full text. We've got multiple ways. You can view the whole complete issue of this if you wanted to. You can also download it. And my personal favorite way to keep track of my research is to email it to myself. So I would enter my email and then it would send me a link back to it, but also it will send me like the PDF or the HTML version of the article to read. You can also get the citation right here. You'll just need to make sure to select, most commonly we use APA or MLA. So you select that, copy that, and put it onto your Works Cited page. I just always tell students to double check it. Oftentimes it gets capitalization wrong. It looks like maybe there's, it has the volume and number, needs to be formatted accurately. So just get some of those things incorrect. But otherwise, it looks fairly good. So that is how to research in Academic Search Complete. I hope you found this useful. If you have any questions, please reach out to the librarians at askalibrarian@shastacollege.edu. If you forget, that's on our homepage here, back on the library homepage. If you scroll down, these are all of the ways that you can contact us here in the library. We are happy to help you find your sources that you need. Thank you, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.